Now, let me think. It's a conspiracy, obviously politically inspired. One's enemies are everywhere. Why do you smile?
I smile, Hannah, because it delights me to see you like this. You afraid.
Why is not Ilona here with us now? Tell me that.
You might also ask, why is she not afraid?
Well, Joseph. Handsome, noble. We missed you so much last night.
I am, despite what has occurred, the tragedy. Delighted to see you again, Ilona, looking more beautiful, even more charming than I remember you.
Ask Ferenc to bring the Takaya, the very old one. The one for special occasions. The old man will know. How kindly time has treated you, Joseph. Is it the glow of always winning?
Winning?
As for you, my dear Felix, it is hopeless. You will never change.
My dear.
I observed her this afternoon, the poor girl. Your thumb marks all over her. She has bad blood, you know.
Bad?
Oh, come now, my dear Felix. You're a doctor. You know what I mean.
Ilona means, I imagine, that there is more than one way of killing a cat.
Thank you.
In that case, my dear Zoltan, you might have been wise to bring along your own food taster, like those suspicious Roman emperors. Oh, you're not amused, Joseph. Oh, poor Joseph. You really wish us to mourn, dear Hugo, don't you? You would prefer a tear-stained woman to preside over this table with tragic dignity. Do you wish me to show my real feelings?
My dear, I do apologize most profoundly.
Hugo was a most extraordinary man.
If I may say so, my dear Ilona, you made him into an extraordinary man.
Perhaps that is why he had to die an extraordinary death.
Why, it rekindles such exquisite memories.
Music? While Hugo Hoffman lies in there, unburied?
Well, fetch a priest then. Send for a choir. A mass for the boy's immortal soul. He probably composed one for his own funeral rites, so it would have been in character.
Please stay, my dear. I should never forgive myself if I have wounded your susceptibilities. Hugo will be decently buried, there will be a discreet funeral, and I shall personally inform his relatives.
Forgive me, Ilona. Unfortunately, I do have...
A bad headache?
I'm sorry.
Oh, my dear, you really are unwell. I shall attend to him myself.
Now, yes. About this werewolf.
There's no such thing as a werewolf, Zoltan. I thought we agreed upon that. It is a myth.
But the disease?
Lycanthropy.
Well, a man, while in this self-intoxicated state that you described to me, could well...
Yes.
Could well...
Try to appease his insatiable wolfish appetites. Yes, indeed.
Then poor Hugo could not possibly be the victim of such an incident. I mean, no man, whatever his sickness, could possibly do to another what was done to Hugo. Could he? Could he?
What good is that? The bullet made of silver.
There are servants to do that. But if you wish to leave, leave. Fear was the one infirmity I did not credit you with.
Poison? You have poisoned me. Why? Forgive me, it's my head.
You still feel unwell. Is that why you wish to leave?
To behave dishonorably towards you, Ilona, at any time would be unthinkable. If you imagine yourself in some kind of danger... I must, of course, stay.
Oh, of course. To protect me.
I wished, I do still wish that before you made the fatal decision to marry Count Tyr, the news, you understand, at the time reached me as a bolt from the blue.
A bolt from the blue.
I wished, I repeat, that before you determined to take that fatal step, a certain misunderstanding between us could have been eliminated.
Ah, yes. Eliminated.
To our mutual satisfaction.
And wasn't it? I was married off, out of the way, made harmless.
Please do not torture me, Ilona. Ruthlessness is a quality no politician can jettison entirely. Indeed, he must nourish it. Everyone now agrees that in eliminating Grigor, we not only served the party's unity, we saved the country from the mob. It's true, at one time we spoke of marriage.
We?
Very well, I spoke of it then. I loved you. I would have sacrificed everything for you, but you must understand that a marriage based purely on personal inclination when I was on the very brink of real power at last. Power from which you would have benefited handsomely. No, I could not. I dared not. I find your silence distracting. Why do you insist on warming up this distasteful old business? Must I remind you? You did tell me, oh yes, you liked Grigor. You found him physically attractive. God in heaven, to spend one single night with him, come now, for someone like you, was it really such a favor, such a terrible sacrifice? Was it? Please do not misunderstand me. I admit I, the party, exploited the scandal politically, but the name of the woman in the case, your name, was never printed. Not once, one saw to that. And the regrettable fact that poor Grigor shot his wife and his 3 children before ending his own existence, that, my dear, was hardly a foreseeable fact. I do not think that I can be held accountable for the rest of my life for one slightly dubious political act, one technical contrivance. Good God, Ilona, a statesman's life hinges on a 1,000 trivial decisions of this kind. Some succeed, A few misfire. The death of Gregor and his family should certainly not be on your conscience. It is no longer on mine. You did me and the party a great favor. And I must now insist that you forgive me once and for all time. Helena! Andras! Andras! The shutters. Out there.
Hello, Singeberry. I shall have it attended to in the morning. I trust the Baron will sleep well.
Andras! 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 Helena! For pity's sake!
A little more coffee, gentlemen.
No, a glass of water and my stomach, rather. And a little lemon tea, perhaps?
Some herbal tea. No lemon.
You say, you saw his body, his face?
Ilona needs the formality of a doctor's certificate. That appears to be the role assigned to me in this affair.
Oh, you still imagine you're safe, do you? Do you?
My dear Zoltan, my windows are firmly barred, and werewolves are discouraged by strong scent. The scent of a lovely woman in heat.
You vain fool, there's a plot to kill us all.
Not all, Zoltan, no, not all.
Well, look, first Hugo, then Joseph, both of them killed, mutilated, at her behest.
It appears we were so bored by our lives, we could not resist the frisson of the unexpected. Revenge? Revenge for what? I always adored Ilona, still do. Malheureusement, one's appetite for any woman over 30, the enthusiasm diminishes, don't you find?
Yeah. Well, Ilona's not getting rid of me. There's always one way.
Zoltan, no one in this house would take a bribe.
Oh, somebody